I'm excited to say that this amazing reality is coming back. What's up, everyone? Welcome to my very humble channel. Now let's get right on to it. The ketogenic diet is coming back. I just got done doing a Dr. Berg review video where he's talking about it again. And since he's got 10 million subscribers, he talks and people go to his channel. Now, years ago, he was doing the adrenal body. Lots of videos on the adrenal body, great information. And over time, he transitioned over to keto. And the video I just created is about, well, there are some things that he says that I'm like spot on board with. And then there are things that he says that I'm not subscribing to, which is the 4,700 milligrams of potassium coming from 7 to 10 cups of vegetables. I ain't down with that program. But let's go more into this revival. Yes, the revival of this burnt out, haggard diet. And the reason why it obviously burnt out is because people jacked themselves on this dietary protocol. But with that said, the reasons why keto died, obviously, because people are getting just atrocious advice. They were using it to lose weight instead of using it as a dietary protocol to get their health on point. In the past, it's been used for epilepsy. That's how I found it. Epilepsy and anti-cancer strategy. My mom had a glioblastoma. I put her on a ketogenic diet and she's still alive today. Now, I don't ever take accountability or the ketogenic diet saved her life, but I know it played a massive role. With that said, a lot of people start calling it the keto diet. When I speak with people about the keto diet, they don't really know where the origins of being ketotic or ketogenic diets come from. Keto is short for ketone. A ketone is a unit of fat from the food that you eat, or it's from, well, the restaurant of your belly, which is awesome. That's what we want. We want our bodies to be primed and conditioned to burn fat from fat cells that are lazy. This is what happens when you grow up on carbohydrates, which all of us are, and your cells are learning how to store fat and not release it back as glucose to give you energy. Unfortunately, through toxic exposure, inflammation, stress, carbs, sugars, you name it, hormonal imbalances, our cells learn how to store and not to burn. A ketogenic diet became incredibly popular for weight loss, and when people did lose weight, but they didn't know what they were losing. They often lost water, muscle, and a little fat. But they did not actually lose the body fat and preserve the muscle. Most people were doing a ketogenic diet completely the wrong way. And with that, in time, came disasters. People's thyroids became underactive. Instead of losing the weight, people started to gain the weight. Instead of balancing their blood sugar and insulin, their insulin went bonkers. They developed physiological insulin resistance rebounding effect, which means you're becoming a diabetic on a ketogenic diet. Reproductive hormones tanked. All these things went out the door. People had chronic diarrhea, gallbladder, chronic constipation, dehydrated, muscle cramps and eye twitches and all these types of weird things. So then people tried the beta hydroxybutyrate salts, which presents ketones in your blood. Ketones in the blood, ketones in the toilet. That does not put you in ketosis. People used urine strips instead of blood glucometers to check for ketone viability or glucose regulation. A lot of you guys were eating a lot of cheese, nuts, drinking coffee, putting butter in your coffee. And if you have a gallbladder problem and you're drinking coffee with butter in it, and then if you have a gallbladder problem and leaky gut and histamine, long time ago, people thought I was absolutely bazonkers when I said you should not eat cheese, you should not eat nuts. That's a fly. And your protein should be moderate to low, and you should not drink coffee. People lost their mind until the carnivore diet came around, and then people were doing carnivore because the histamine was off the chain. Rashes, candida overgrowth, lethargy, swelling, and the list goes on and on. The thing that annoyed me the most was the books that came out about a ketogenic diet. I had a book deal by a company, and I was so excited in the very beginning. They wanted me to put out a book really fast, which made me nervous. This is a long time ago, and I'm so glad I tore up the contract. I've learned so much about ketogenesis and health since that book deal. It's crazy when you're offered book deals, you have to pay for everything. You have to pay for the editors, you have to pay for the graphic designers, the book materials itself, and basically when it came down to it, I wouldn't have made that much money per book. The percentage wise was not worth it, and I wouldn't have been proud. So get ready, I do have a book and it is going to come out, but things go in stages. I'm going to do a challenge. I'm rocking that in September. The signups. It's a 30-day challenge, by the way. It's going to be freaking epic. I got to get this house build going. I'm taking care of my mother, the freaking horses. It's a lot. But through it all, I have remained fully ketotic. And I'm going to go more into that. Being keto adapted is not hard. You can pop out real easy. Stress. When your stress is high, blood sugar high. Blood sugar high, ketones low. Ketones garbage. You can register ketones on a blood glucometer and not use them. This is where people have gotten the information so wrong. So people stopped doing a keto diet and they jumped over to carnivore. And the same damn thing's happening to carnivore, because now people are doing even more meat and calling it priming, and all of these groups trying to make absurd amounts of money giving out the most atrocious advice you've ever heard. Priming. But I digress. It takes a lot of time to understand physiology, common diseases, ketogenesis, how difficult it is to actually adapt, because you have to be patient. If you're stressing, you can't adapt. Blood sugar's all over the place. Ketones, not viable. But if you're disciplined and you really are ready for that life change, carnivore is great for a short-term strategy to get the inflammation down. Then you can use the fiber, not to poop, but the fiber to balance your microbiome and get more potassium in through certain plants like avocados. Being able to rotate some of your food choices and to be ketotic. Of course, like high quality meat, but to be ketotic is something really beautiful. Unfortunately, carnivore is going to crash because no one is talking about the challenges and the importance of being ketotic on a carnivore diet. So I'm going to do another video on that subject. But right now, it's all about the ketogenic diet and how it's going to come back. And I'm going to push it to come back. Yes, because that is the diet I've chosen. Now, I promote and I coach low carb, high fat, where you're still reliant on starches like sweet potato, red potato, parsnip, a little bit of white rice, some berries. If you have a gallbladder problem, that's that bad. I also promote carnivore for those who are like, I have tons of inflammation, get it down, get off of carnivore, high-fat carnivore, driving ketosis, get off of carnivore and get over to ketosis land so you don't have to use more supplements that you can get from meat and from the vegetables itself, and then balance your microbiome like I mentioned previously. But I'm really, really excited to start pushing more of a ketogenic diet and teaching you guys how to get your health on point. But you can always use all 3 dietary measures to improve your health. And the sun keeps going and coming and going. Like now it's coming back, and then it gets really dark, and then it comes really back, and it gets dark. If you guys want to learn more, I cannot talk sometimes doing these damn videos. If you want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. You can also book a consultation if you need my help on any dietary measure. You can find me on Instagram at Stephanie Ketogenic, my Facebook, which is Stephanie the Business Person. I have a course. It's a membership monthly. You can do 1 month or several months. That's $15 a month where I cover all 3 diets. But the challenge, that's where it's at. Get ready. Get ready. And I'm out. And I'm grateful. And I'm thankful. Life is good. And keto, well, I've done it 16 years. It's amazing. I'm going to do a video as well as how my body, I think I've done it, but I'll do it again. How my body has improved over the years from my 40s to my 50s and on my way to touch my 60s being ketotic, which a lot of these doctors say you can't do, which you obviously can. Comment below. Tell me what dietary measure you're doing and if you're struggling. Yeah, life is good. Comment below. Hit the notification bell, subscribe, or book a consultation. And